It's a frustrating day for Sonic fans today as Disney flexes how greedy they are in the movie industry yet again, pulling some moves that many are calling downright unfair. Let's break it down. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which has been a huge success at the box office so far, is getting the short end of the stick when it comes to theater screens and premium formats like IMAX. Why? Because Disney's Mufasa, the Lion King, is hogging more screens, even though Sonic has been out-earning it at the box office. Let's break down the midweek updates that paint an even clearer picture. On Tuesday, Sonic led the day with $7.5 million compared to Mufasa's $7.1 million, which marked the first signs of Disney starting to claw back some ground. Fast forward to Friday, and Disney's prequel was eyeing a 5-day total of $58 million compared to Sonic's $50 million. That said, Sonic's overall running total was still higher, sitting at $99.55 million compared to Mufasa's $76.4 million at that point. Again, this is all domestically. I don't care if Disney pulls out the international gross on my face. Despite the numbers favoring Sonic overall, the lion's share of screens and premium formats gave Mufasa the momentum to edge ahead on key days, bolstering Disney's grip on the box office. If you want me to cover more of this big corporate backlash that main media don't show, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comment below. It helps keep this channel alive, and I really appreciate your support. Now let's talk about this past Christmas. Mufasa had a rebound on Christmas Day, pulling in almost $15 million compared to Sonic's $10.3 million. That sounds like a win for Disney, right? But it's important to note that Mufasa had a way more screens and premium formats working in its favor. Sonic's fans showed up in droves, but they were limited by the lack of available showtimes and venues. Even Nosferatu, a niche horror flick, managed to earn $11.5 million on Christmas Day, outperforming Sonic simply because it had more room to grow. This is a classic example of Disney strong-arming theaters into giving them priority, leaving less room for other films to shine, even when those films are actually bringing in more money. If you haven't known, Sonic 3 opened strong, pulling in $60 million in its first weekend. Theaters saw packed audiences, and fans were ready for more. But instead of allowing Sonic to expand its reach, theaters are tied up with contractual obligations to Disney. Sonic 3 is currently playing in 3,769 locations. Sounds decent, right? But when you compare it to Mufasa, which is in 4,100 theaters, the disparity becomes clear. And here's the kicker. Sonic is only adding 8 screens nationwide for its second week. 8! Meanwhile, Mufasa gets to stay in its thousands of locations, even though it's not performing as well on a per-theater basis. Let's not even get started on the IMAX and premium screens. These are huge moneymakers for any film because tickets are more expensive for those formats. But who gets them? You guessed it, Mufasa. Sonic is left in the dust when it comes to premium experiences, despite its undeniable box office appeal. IMAX theaters are booked solid with Mufasa, even though fans are clamoring to see Sonic in all its big screen glory. But why does this keep happening? Well, it's all about Disney's dominance. Disney has a long history of monopolizing theaters during peak holiday seasons. They've mastered the art of locking in deals with theaters to guarantee screen counts, no matter how their movies perform compared to competitors. This isn't a new thing. Disney has been doing this for decades. Remember Toy Story 2 back in 1999? That movie dominated Thanksgiving weekend, setting a standard for Disney's holiday strategy. More recently, Moana 2 smashed records, debuting in over 4,200 theaters and raking in $221 million over Thanksgiving weekend. The problem is that Disney's tactics limit the diversity of options for moviegoers and stifle competition for other studios. Paramount and Sega, despite having a massive hit on their hands with Sonic 3, can't get the theater space they deserve. And it's not just Sonic fans who lose out here. It's all of us. Fewer choices in theaters mean less variety and innovation in the industry overall. And let's not ignore the overall trend. While Mufasa might be clawing its way back with strong weekday numbers, Sonic is still the bigger story internationally. Global audiences are loving the Blue Hedgehog, and this weekend's worldwide numbers will likely be very telling. There hasn't been any information about the Day 5 gross for Sonic, though. What really stings, though, is how predictable this all is. Disney's monopolistic tactics make it hard for other studios to compete fairly. Theaters have to play along because Disney movies are a safe bet for high turnout, but that safety comes at a cost, namely stifling competition and limiting audience choice. Some theater chains, like AMC and Regal, are reportedly starting to rethink their heavy reliance on Disney, but it's hard to say if real change is on the horizon. Honestly, I'm a bit frustrated. Sonic 3 is proving to be a massive hit despite the odds, and its box office numbers speak for themselves. But it's hard not to wonder what the movie could achieve if it had a fair shot at premium screens and wider theater access. Will theaters start pushing back against Disney's stranglehold on the market? Or will we just see more of the same during every holiday season? Only time will tell, but for now, it's clear that Sonic fans, and movie lovers in general, deserve better. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Disney's dominance is bad for the industry? Should theaters give Sonic more screens? And hey, if you're a Nosferatu fan, let me know if it's worth checking out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.